everlasting gospel. And we said the other night that the everlasting gospel was the entering key card into the everlasting kingdom that we saw in Daniel chapter 2. Remember that? Notice what the Bible says. Having the everlasting gospel to preach of them that dwell on the earth, to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. So how many people are involved in hearing this message? This is everybody. This includes, I don't care what church you're from, it includes every single human being on planet earth. They need to hear this message. Look what verse 7 says. Saying with a loud voice, fear God. Fear who? God. So clearly, if we're to fear God, we need to understand who God is. Fear God and give glory to Him, for the hour of His judgment is come. And then what does it say? Worship who? So there's a component of worship that's engaged in this first angel, and it tells us which God we're to worship. It says, worship Him that made heaven and what? Earth and what? Sea and what? So, beloved, there is going to be a test in the last days that's going to cause people to worship and follow after someone else or something else that is not God. Now, notice what the Bible says in Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13, beginning at verse 1. Revelation chapter 13, beginning at verse 1, notice what the Bible says. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name what? And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth was as the mouth of the dragon, and the mouth of the lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and what? And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was what? So clearly we're seeing that this is a beast power that had a wound, and it's healed. And notice what the Bible says. And how much the world? All the world wanted after the beast. Remember now, that angel that we just read about gave a warning to how much the world? But we see here that all the world is wandering after the beast. Notice what the Bible says in verse 4. And they worship who? Now, if you were here Sunday night, you know who the dragon is. Who is the dragon? That's right. The dragon is the devil and Satan. According to